longer than the jingles of the desktop and Marinucci's Deli. Hell yeah. I'm so stoked to have you on.
Thank you, man. Happy to be here.
Hopefully we see Sammy O in the running soon for something.
We'll see.
I don't know. So for those of you that don't know who Sammy O is, I've been in the audience for enough Sammy O chants of the MMA/boxing career, and now crazy real estate.
Yeah. Been doing
It's
real estate.
insane. It's insane. How how did you make that transition? Because you were like Bellator.
Yeah.
You were the only person that almost knocked me out, by the way. Training at Fight Factory.
Almost.
Well, it was coming towards the end, and I caught like right at the bell, dude, and I felt like my face was sagging. Like it was like it just wasn't sagging. I almost went out.
You must have helped me, man. You must have like headbutted the punch or something like
Dude,
that. I must have caught you coming in.
Dude, it was. But you understand too, it was Fight Factory days. They were like wars, sparring wars, dude.
It had to be.
So yeah, so what made you? What was the that switch there, man?
Yeah. So I got done fighting. It was 2015. I really hated the job that I had. Was not happy. And I knew from fighting, like I needed some type of excitement in my life. I needed to just change where I felt like I was in control. I wanted freedom, basically.
Right. Now, is this MMA or MMA and boxing total? When was your last boxing?
Boxing fight? So my last pro fight was 2017. It was a boxing match.
Gotcha.
And I did that while working full-time commercial real estate during the day, and for up until that fight, I worked a second job.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so getting into real estate, you don't get paid until you close the deal. So
right.
I was fortunate enough to work for Rittenhouse at First Capital Advisors and Realty Advisors, and they really are like the biggest multifamily brokerage in the city and really the best.
Right.
So I got to spend almost 2 years with them and learn from them, and it was great. So they gave me an opportunity, thank God. I had no experience. I don't even have a college degree, so for them to take a chance on me was awesome. And getting to learn the business was awesome. So
right. Well, I feel like there's only so much college can teach you anyway. I feel like the majority of it comes, you have to experience that shit. You know what I mean? It's
feel
just
the same way.
Observing, shadowing people really is really how you learn,
Right.
At least I think. And yeah, unless you want to be like a surgeon or an engineer, like
well,
go to college, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing though, don't they even that, you got to do don't you have to do like what the hell's it called when you shadow?
An internship and everything.
And they I don't know what it's called for surgeons, but they like sit there and
residency.
A residency.
Yeah.
Like that's what you got to do. Like when I had my back surgery 2 days ago.
Yeah,
lady comes in.
You look like you're in great shape right now.
Shaves my ass. No bullshit.
This is before I got to the hospital.
No, that's serious. I roll over. So I try to. So when I have like procedures done, I try to skate by and I keep my underwear on.
Yeah, right.
No way. Not this time, dude.
Yeah.
This lady comes in with
Drop
buzzers, dude. Rolls me over and goes, "They got to come off." I was like, "Are you serious?" And
where was most of your hair at? On the actual cheeks?
Crack.
Okay.
She spread them?
Yeah. She got in there. She didn't spread them. She got in there, dude.
Oh, I was about to say, dude, give that lady a raise.
So yeah. So it was. They were doing their residency by watching this lady shave my ass. It was so embarrassing, dude.
You say like pens and papers and everything. Watching
yeah, 100%.
This dude's got a hairy ass.
I mean, my ass doesn't look the best nowadays, but no.
Does probably looks like a baby's ass now. Yeah. It's all shaved up.
I have a Hank Hill ass. You ever see Hank King of the Hill? Yeah, that's what my body looks like at this point. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So record boxing.
2-0.
2 knockouts, right?
And we have an opponent.
I know. Good old Joey Parkinson, dude.
I took a page out of your book on that one.
You sent that man to Night Land.
Yeah.
He headbutted your punch.
He really did. He ran right into that.
Dude, it was I watched it on I think it was on Facebook.
Yeah.
And it was at Sugar House, wasn't it?
Yup. Yeah.
Oh, like stiff.
I watched that kid's fights, and he would like lead with his head and pull his arm back and he was trying to get you.
Yeah.
And I was trying to get him to get me, like to want to do that. And dude, if you watch it, my eyes are closed, and I just threw it, and it really landed in the perfect spot.
Yeah, hell yeah. Dude, it was unbelievable. So what kind of projects you working on now? I know you're real big into Harrogate, that area right there. Crazy cleanups you're doing, man. I mean, we got to talk about this.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell you about Harrogate, man. I think, and I get it. Like, I'm not from Philly, so you guys are from Philly, and you've seen the city in a totally different way than I've ever seen it. But coming in blind to Harrogate, really, when you like zoom back and look down on Harrogate, what an interesting neighborhood. Really, like the buildings that are there. It was the mill section of Philadelphia.
Right.
Geographically, it's positioned along the Market-Frankford line. You know what I mean? You're a 15-minute drive, and you're in Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Yeah.
You can get to the western part of the city going down Erie Ave. Like, I never knew that. Like,
right.
You can zip right down to other parts of the city pretty quickly, too.
I think in like the early 80s, maybe late 80s, it was like the spot to be.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even before that, like the 1950s and like before that, it was like...
Yeah, lawyers, doctors. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like that.
Most affluent, like one of the most affluent areas in the city.
Yeah. So I seen you have a couple buildings too that you're popping up over there.
Yeah, so it's just all reuse. So it's these old buildings. They were knitting mills. They were, I think one was a foundry. But for the most part, knitting mills, because that was the mill section of Philadelphia. And you can't recreate that. You can't get that old oak, those bricks and everything.
Right.
So yeah, we have another project coming up on 2150 Castor Avenue. So that would be the old Sterling Paper Factory. Wait until you see that one. That one's gonna be crazy, yeah.
What about the chocolate? Wasn't there like a chocolate factory?
Yeah, so that's the one we're finishing up right now. It's basically across the street from the Harrogate Boxing Gym.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so it's Blasius Chocolate Factory. It's 12 apartments and then 15 like studio offices.
Oh, shit.
In the lower level with parking and everything. And like I was saying about the neighborhood, the neighborhood's shaped like like almost like a triangle kind of. So like as you go closer into the center of Harrogate, it's like a triangle. So all these streets kind of meet in weird spots.
Right.
So the way that one's positioned, the parking lot actually goes to another building that we own on Venango Street.
Oh, shit.
Closer to the avenue. But the way the parking lots, the backs of them meet, it's like, hey, now you can combine the parking, go in on Venango, leave on Pacific, leave on Glenwood Ave. It's pretty neat.
Let me ask you this. I imagine you talk to, like, the residents in the area and shit like that. What do they say about, like, all the building you guys are doing? Do they love it, hate it? Like, what's the...
Yeah, so I'm sure there's people out there that don't like it. I'm sure there are. I haven't met one. I really haven't. Yeah,
good.
Because when you're on the streets, like, let's face it, and I'm trying to say as much information, be as sensitive as possible, but to be real, like, if you live on certain streets there's drugs getting dealt right there, right in broad daylight, right in front of you. Prostitution is rampant, right out in the open.
Dude, it's goofy.
And then you're seeing people in, like, despair. Like, you are seeing addicts that are, some of the worst of the worst. So, really, when you become a presence like that, the drug dealers aren't going to go to the corners they'll move somewhere else.
100%,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And it's not like you get rid of the problem, but the people usually on the streets where we're at like
For sure.
us,
Good. I mean, because I remember, you familiar with the name Ori Feibush?
Yeah, he's in
Grace.
OCF, yeah.
Yeah, Point Breeze or whatever.
Yeah.
He did the same thing, and then he tried running for, what was that, City Council?
I think it was City Council,
against Kenyatta Johnson.
Kenyatta, yeah.
But I feel like Kenyatta Johnson's had so much of a presence there.
Yeah.
That he just, like, turned his whole, like, army on Ori Feibush. You know what I mean? And, like, Ori did a lot of stuff for that neighborhood. That's where I worked for, like, 6-7 years.
Oh, that's where you're a cop? That's where you were a cop.
Yeah, I was in Grace Ferry, Point Breeze.
Wow.
And he did a lot of stuff for that neighborhood. Dude.
Yeah,
you know what
absolutely.
I mean? But it's like once, somebody rallies in the troops, it's just like, they don't got a shot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think I could be wrong, but then Kenyatta Johnson was buying, like, the properties for, like, $1 from the city and then selling them for like 200 grand.
No comment. I have no clue.
That's the story I got. I don't know if it's true.
That's the biggest flip of all time.
No shit. I got a couple things signed by him over there. Unbelievable. So what's your take on the old trusty state rep position?
I like that. I like that side. That's a good side.
Do you like No Show Joe? I mean, Joe Hohenstein?
So I've met with him and I have spoke to him, and so I never want to be like a guy that talked to you and then you felt like I went behind your back and did something or said something.
Oh, right. We're just spitballing here, ladies and gentlemen. We're not being serious.
So, there's a couple things that are alarming to me, and the thing that I do like about him is he is willing to tell you how he thinks. He'll post videos on his Facebook page, and he posted a video. I think it was November 20th, where it's a video of him talking about constitutional carry. And, whether you are for constitutional carry or not for constitutional carry, that's your belief. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not telling you you should or you shouldn't be.
Right.
So he gives a talk, and during this talk, he talks about how there are 3 dimensions of freedom, right? So I've never really heard it, but I listened to the guy make his point, and on his page you can see who shared it, right? So and this is all new information to me. There's a guy with a blue check mark named Billy Bragg, and he basically shares. He shares the video of Joe Hohenstein talking about constitutional carry and talking about the 3 dimensions of freedom. And I come to find out Billy Bragg I think he did something with like punk rock back in the day. Like, he's from London, England.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so he's like an old time rocker, right?
Right.
And he is a folk singer now. And he is a left-wing, far-left socialist. He sings communist anthems. He has like CDs of communist anthems, and he is sharing the video and telling everybody, here is somebody in Pennsylvania talking about constitutional carry, applying the 3 dimensions of freedom.
Right.
And then after that, there's a comment where Joe Hohenstein is responding to Billy Bragg, and if that's cool. Can I read what he wrote?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
what's a communist anthem? What does that sound like?
You gotta, and I can tell you about that,
sing it
too.
to us real quick.
Give us a line.
You're not gonna hear me sing a communist anthem, that's for sure. So here we go. Where are we? Right here. So, all right, so when Billy Bragg shares this, he says, really good application of the 3 dimensions of freedom argument during a recent debate on a law which should allow citizens of Pennsylvania to carry a concealed gun without a permit. And so Joe Hohenstein comments, all right, and this is very alarming to me, and I'll explain why. He puts, thank you for putting these ideas on paper. When I first read your book, and I started listening to the audiobook today, which, I have a lot of things I can say about it, but when I first read your book stating the 3 dimensions so simply and clearly, I knew it would be something I'd be repeating and incorporating in my work. I only hope to do your work justice and get the ideas of liberty, equality, and accountability more intertwined and understood together. So my question is this: why is an elected official that can influence our state laws
Right.
using an interpretation of someone who doesn't even live in the country, first of all?
Right.
He is a millionaire. You can look it up. I mean, this guy owns, he sold his his beach house for like a couple $1 million.
Damn.
So he's a wealthy man, and good for him. You know what I mean? And why are you using that? And also a socialist,
right?
Somebody who doesn't believe in freedom of speech. He really doesn't. He believes in censorship. He considers, someone like Joe Rogan, Jordan Peterson, and Ben Shapiro to be like, he calls them the intellectual dark web. He's pro-censorship, but I mean, why are you using his interpretations of the Constitution, the Second Amendment in particular, to influence the way we should live here, especially in the 177th District in Philadelphia?
Dude, that's insane.
Yeah. It's alarming. It's very alarming.
100%. I didn't even know that happened.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not that up on local politics, but like that's kind of.
I didn't know. So I don't want to make this about like let's bash Joe Hohenstein. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, neither do I. I don't.
But he does do some stuff that I like. For example, when Walter Wallace was killed by the 2 cops in Southwest Philadelphia, people took to the streets. They started looting and all this stuff. And a buddy of mine was over our Wawa in Bragg, and he had his gun on him. Joe Hohenstein goes over, thank you guys, you're doing an outstanding job, but then goes on social media like 10 hours later in the morning talking about how the city can't have untrained police. He doesn't appreciate people going out and protecting stores. So it's just like, how are you going to sit there and go to somebody's face and say, thank you for doing a good job, you're doing great, and then go take the social media and completely flip the switch? It's just like, dude, that's just like, come on. You know what I mean?
And I hear you, and I guess that's part of being a politician, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've never had that experience with him. He's always been nice to me.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
100%. He's a very, very nice guy, but it's just some of the stuff he does. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's read a book by somebody that's not even from the book.
Yeah, but when you listen to his book, right? So he talks about and this is why I don't like socialism, and this is what scares me. So, like, you asked me what I used to do, and it's like I wanted to put control into my life. I wanted to, take the risk that I believed I was willing to take, and everything that came along with it to start my own business. And I don't understand like how this trend of socialism is so popular, and
it's unbelievable.
Yeah, and especially with the younger generation, like you're like, okay, I can kind of get it, but when you really sit back and think, like an elected official, right now, and really, I love this neighborhood. I absolutely love this neighborhood. I love living here. I really, honestly, truly do. And the reason why is because of the people. And the thing that I find even crazier is like, do people in this really know, like, you know what I mean? Fundamentally, this is who you voted for, and this is who is, and the state representative for our district. This is who
I feel like a lot of people vote blindly, though.
Yeah,
because if you think about this, too, is like, when you're doing stuff, when you're going in to vote, you normally vote what you are, Democrat or Republican. Like, you don't, especially at the 177th district or any of the state representative positions, there's no media on it.
Yeah,
you might get a flyer.
No, there really isn't. Yeah,
you know what I mean. But like,
it's like a popularity contest in a way.
Right.
Where it's like, yeah, if you actually are popular in the neighborhood and can get enough people to like you, you really that's
right.
That's a good start, I guess.
What is the 170? What is it? Bridesburg, Port Richmond.
So
Juniata?
No, it's not.
I think it goes up north.
Mayfair?
It's like Mayfair, I think parts of Tacony, and then there's a piece of Frankfurt. It's like, you got to see the way the map is. It's like this little, like they go and like take a little piece of Frankfurt and then, you know what I mean? Like they're trying to steal it or something.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's weird the way it's shaped. But I've seen different maps where I thought I was in the 177th district and I wasn't, so I don't even know what the actual map is, to be honest with you. But I also hear that they're going to change the district, the redistricting, which isn't surprising to me. It's like, how do you shuffle things around?
Right. Damn. That's crazy. When did you start your rescue streets through cleaning, right? Is that what?
Yeah, so
Because I know you started doing these things, and it's like popping up everywhere. Seems you got a solid crew with you.
yeah,
I feel like there's a lot of faces that keep going out there.
Yeah.
Jimmy McCory being one of them.
yeah, Jimmy's the man.
And see,
Love Jimmy.
he's in that picture somewhere, that North Catholic picture up there.
Oh, you graduated with Jimmy?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
right on. Jimmy's the man.
So yeah, it's definitely taken off. Do you see like more and more people coming out to them, or is it like a hit or miss?
Yeah, so it's definitely hit or miss. Like when the weather gets nicer, it's usually really good. Like it's actually really fun. And you know, there was two reasons why I started it. Number one, and again, I can go back further, but Philadelphia to me is a fatherless city. It absolutely is. And when you see like the bar can get set so low when you're in an area where there really are no fathers or no male role models. So it's like we're about to hit, well, we already did. We hit over 500 murders for the year, which is terrifying and terrible and sad. But, you know, if you don't think throwing trash on the ground is bad, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's disgusting.
yeah, at what point do you go up the ladder where you're like, oh, this is bad, I shouldn't do this? And really, it creates a mentality of poverty. It really creates a poverty mindset when you don't respect where you live.
Right.
You don't want it to look nice. You don't care about it. So, Port Richmond, where, like we said, I live in Bridesburg, I guess, or maybe Port Richmond.
Bridesburg Heights? Or no, what was it?
Bridesburg Falls, because I'm
Bridesburg
south of
Falls.
I'm south of the creek.
Right.
So, Port Richmond, in my opinion, is the city of Philadelphia's trash can. And when I say that, the amount of dumping that goes on there,
Dude, it's unbelievable.
I couldn't believe it actually is mind blowing. Like you have to go experience it.
Yeah. So, believe it or not, the police department, they do have like CVNs, code violations, that you can be written up for that. But now with everything that's going on with the police department, you can't stop a car for having
can't.
lights out. Like no cop
Dude
is
stacked
gonna,
with tires this high,
right.
like you can't pull them over.
Yeah, no cop's going to go out of their way to go write somebody a CVN for short dumping.
Well, I mean, like you just even
It's
said,
just not
like,
going to happen.
we just hit 500 murders, so like
Right.
they see the
Yeah.
murder rate as more of an alarming thing. Than
Right. So
somebody
that's
dumping trash.
short dumping, in my opinion, has always been something that the neighborhood has to come together and get rid of. Because the police ain't
get
going to
it.
do that. You know what I'm saying? It's just not.
But then where do you hold accountable like all the industrial parts of Port Richmond, like Aramingo? You got even
Well, this short dumping is
Like-
happening, I would say, on the east side of Richmond Street, on them long
Happens.
Tioga,
yeah.
Venango.
Just
like,
because it's
all them-
desolate over there.
Right.
Like,
nobody's
there's-
they
back
get
there,
away
nobody
with it.
lives there,
Right.
so they just get it at 3:00 in the morning and
Right. I'm telling you right now, it's. I mean, I imagine at some point or another, that whole area down there is going to be full of housing. I would imagine at some point.
Yeah, and it would be awesome to at least use that. I mean, we don't have to be so crowded. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a
Right, right.
whole going
Yeah.
towards the river. Like,
miles.
yeah, like the riverfront in Philadelphia in general is just, it sucks. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah.
We're a major city that has, like, we don't even use this.
No.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So like with that being so secluded back there, it's just going to keep happening. And it sucks because I know you posted a couple videos where like he would go clean up a spot and not even 24 hours later,
Oh, it's like they're testing. They're like, oh, yeah, you think you can clean this up?
it's fucking dirty again.
what are they like going in on purpose to dump shit?
Well,
it's like
dump
it's-
everything, dude.
Yeah,
It's-
whatever. It's like tires. It's construction debris. It's like people's trash from there. It's like what? Why did you drive down here
Right.
to throw your shit out? Like
Yeah.
I don't get it. But yeah. So how dirty the neighborhood is, and restoring neighborhood pride, man. It's just, to me, it needs to make a comeback. It really does.
100. It has to.
Yeah.
It has to. If this city, and believe it or not, I mean, even with the 500 plus murders, Philadelphia is still a sought after spot to live.
Yeah, I mean, we're right in between D.C. and New York. And honestly, our property value, like if people think the prices are high, it's like, go to New York. Go to
Oh, it's
D.C.
insane.
Oh,
Yeah, go to the West Coast. Like, dude,
Right.
you don't realize how cheap things are in Philadelphia.
Dude, we were looking in Texas.
I know that is expensive,
Texas.
but I never really dug into it, though.
Texas and Florida, we were looking.
So I
The
thought-
Sun Belt, does
to
anybody
move.
know what's happening in the Sun Belt region of this country? Like, they're like, people are like, houses are selling over. It's like, yeah, because of the Sun Belt. Like, that area, the southern part of the country, You figure like Florida and then just shoot straight across. They're crushing it. Arizona, it's wild how fast the value in the real estate's growing.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, Dallas, Austin, Texas, all of it. Yeah,
What is the Sun Belt? What is this?
just the southern states from east to west, below whatever
where it's-
parallel. I don't know. I think it's like North Carolina and down, and then straight across. So like
shit.
Utah's in there.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to live in
Well,
these cold-ass states
Utah's off the
anymore.
grid.
Is it?
That's why Post Malone moved there.
What do you mean?
Fun fact.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean it's
It's off like the nuclear grid or some shit. That's why he decided to move out there in the sticks.
Because he's worried about getting nuked?
I don't know. I don't know the exact thing, but that's what I heard from a friend of his.
Oh, yeah.
True story. 100%.
I didn't remember that, but it's definitely a weird reason to move to
Oh
Utah.
yeah, Utah. Do you,
Utah's
do
an
you-
awesome state.
Yeah. Do you plan on staying here for a while?
Yeah, of course.
Hell
I
yeah.
really do. I really do love living here. I do. I honestly, truly, I do. I have a nice setup. It can get better too, and ultimately, dude, the volume of transactions I do in Philadelphia, it's like, it's a great place to come and build your business. It is.
Absolutely, for sure, dude. I think what I'm thinking is, after a certain amount of time, where, people they're cleaning the streets up and shit. The short dumpers are gone. It's going to come to a point, honestly, where like there's going to be like a guy walking his dog, see somebody short dumping, and they're just gonna start fucking fighting them or something. Seriously,
You really think
that's the
it's gonna
shit
do
that has to happen. I'm telling you, dude. You got some of these people in these neighborhoods that are so rooted, and if they see some shit like that, dude, it's going to make them mad. And you never know. Like
I think the thing that most people miss in the neighborhood is if you go to like let's pick an intersection like Melvale and Ontario. There's a couple houses back there, and nobody else has to deal with the shit that they have to deal with.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like we might not live door to door to each other, but we live in the same neighborhood, so you're my neighbor. So if you're having a problem, I'm having a problem. And it's like, yeah, if this person was doing this to me at my house, I'd want somebody to help me. You know what I mean? And it's a shame for them because when 311 only sees like 4 households putting in, you know what I mean? Like, because they're the only
Overgrown
ones.
weeds and shit.
Yeah, but it's still it's awful. It's like you see how Melvale Street is behind Bonks and everything. People do whatever the hell they want back there.
It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Didn't that place?
And
light
that
on
place
fire?
caught on fire. Yeah.
So that's where they like. I feel like that's where, because there's a scrap place right back there. That's where people take their shit and they break it down and they just leave the shit on the ground. I see it all the time.
And
Like,
I'll say
before you get in
this,
the yard.
and I even went in there and I asked them, if you look at every junkyard, and I'm not bashing any junkyard. The only thing I'm doing is praising SD Richmond and Sons on Wheat Chief Lane.
Yeah.
You ever see that in front of there? You never see any problems.
There's no trash.
None. And I asked them, I'm like, why does your junkyard? And they were kind of caught off guard. They were like, oh.
Right.
And I was like, I live right here. Like, why is your junkyard so much nicer and so much, you don't see like,
There's no trash.
you don't see some guy, like, did you see that video I posted on my story yesterday with the guy just like clunk?
Oh,
clunk?
yeah.
And
I
like
think I
2 hours later, I drive by and he's still trying to break up metal and everything so he can scrap
He's
it.
trying to get the copper out of the air conditioner or some shit
Yeah.
like that, dude. That's what it is.
But you don't see that in front of their
Right.
business. It's like,
Well, because what they do is they probably go to the other side of Richmond, break it up, and then push the carts
you don't even see carts in
there.
front of them.
They might scrap the carts.
Every
they're
other
metal.
place though, like you'll be like, oh wow, they like
Yeah, yeah,
because they
there's
say
definitely-
they won't accept it if you come in with a cart, but it's like, okay, I'll just put it right here and then
Right.
carry
Yeah,
it.
it's terrible, man. What is that? Tioga Street? Is that where that
Yeah.
one is? That's
like
there's
if-
a shop. There's 80 shopping carts out front. They even got a food cart out there.
Yeah.
What do you mean a food court?
Like they got a roach coach out there serving food and shit.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah,
You have
like,
to
to like
see.
scrappers, like,
yeah, and then
like, yo, work up an appetite. I got you.
yeah,
Glizzy's on deck.
Yeah.
Dude, that's insane. I didn't know.
Drive down Tioga Street towards Delaware Avenue. It's like, oh, this is a landfill. Like you would almost think, like, oh, this is
100%.
what you're supposed to use this for.
Right. And then not only that too is back on that same street. I don't know if you noticed, but there are little metal containers that they're like that. There's like spots cut out. People are definitely living in them things for sure.
Oh, well, there's the spot on Venango and Bath where it's on the city's property. And
Venango
they have
and
the
Bath.
mobile home, and they put a fence up. They have electric running to it. It's on the city's property.
They
Oh
got a
my
line
God.
tapped in there?
And people dump tires. There was like 1,000 tires dumped. Right now, I went back there like a day or two ago. There's no tires, but you have to see what
I'm
it
trying
looks
to think.
like.
Venango and Bath. Right past the Crazy Lap?
So yeah, drive down Venango, keep going down, and right when you go past the
It's like against 95.
yeah, on the other side of 95. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
You never seen that?
No. I
No.
never-
Yeah, and they have power going there too. It's like a
Like
mobile
extension
home.
cords or something?
Oh yeah.
I remember the guy that was right by the creek over there, like right past Betsy Ross Bridge. He had like it was like a car dealership. He
Oh,
had
with the
like
batteries and
hookers,
shit?
yeah, and he was dumping oil into the creek, and then the EPA came in and shut him down. They had the FBI there.
Dude,
and
the
stuff.
FBI, everybody was over there, dude.
Yeah, man.
He was there forever though. Like just
Yeah.
nobody like they would kick him out, and then like literally 2 weeks later he'd be fully operational.
Right back.
Like spotlights and a whole new deck of cars and whatever, like car batteries, whatever you needed.
It's unbelievable. I don't know. I don't know.
But to get back to that original point, the other reason for the cleanups, I thought the shelter-in-place order for the coronavirus was the worst idea ever. Why would you tell anybody to stay in their house and do
Right.
nothing?
Absolutely.
And the first one was in March, so it was
March
more like
2020?
yeah. So no. So it would have been March 2021. It was like I had that whole year almost, and it was. I got so sick and tired of like, why would you tell people to sit in the house? Like,
Right.
we can go out and do this without anybody. We don't need to be right next to each other. You can spread out. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Like, it's okay. You should get out of the house and exercise.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's
I
like a
think
group
there's another.
fitness
I think
class.
there's another one coming.
What's that?
Another
Oh,
shutdown.
it absolutely is. Yeah, for sure, without a doubt.
And then they just found that Americon or wherever it is. They found a case in Philadelphia. There's no
Yeah.
doubt in my mind that Mr. Kenny is going to be like, all right, we need to chill out. We need to stay inside.
Yeah, we need to shut everybody's business down again.
Dude, it's unbelievable. Did that
Yeah.
affect you at all?
Of course, absolutely. Yeah, look how worse this. I work in Kensington. You know what I mean? Like
You know,
the
people
more
in Kensington ain't following that shit.
well,
I was gonna say Kensington ain't missing a beat. So
no, but I don't know if you guys remember when they were like, "Hey, we're not arresting people for committing crimes." They were like shoplifting, prostitution.
Oh yeah.
Panhandling, whatever. Like, we're not gonna enforce these laws.
business was booming. down
Oh
there.
my gosh, man! It was like a stampede, and it was like, you know what I mean?
Dude,
When-
I can go into that whole thing, and I'll tell you right now with the addicts, and this is firsthand. I've experienced this, not on the job. I would say 90% bulk shoplifters are they're given a list by pawn shops.
Hey, you think so?
I've seen it.
It's like a Sopranos.
So check
pawn
this out.
shop?
So I got my wife a new ring a couple years back. The old ring, I'm like, I'm gonna hock it. Fuck it. The only pawn shops that are around here are on Kensington Avenue. So I went to K&A, and I go in there, and I was like, yo, what can I get for
well,
this?
at first
She's
they're
like,
gonna lowball you to see how
100%,
desperate you are.
100%. So I go in there, and this girl comes in with a bag full of Zantac. Like a fucking bag
That's
full
the allergy medicine, right?
of Zantac. And I think it might be
I have no
heartburn shit.
Oh, you're right.
They're like $20 a thing. So she goes in there. She goes, all right, this is 10 a piece, right? I get $10 a piece for these. She's like, nah, we do 6 a piece. He's like, oh, really? And she starts arguing with the guy. I think they settled at like $7 a box. He gives her a list of shit that he needs.
What?
Pays her for the Zantac. Gives him another list of shit that he needs to go shoplift.
Is he doing anything illegal though there?
Yeah, what? Yeah, dude.
What would
And here's
that-
the thing.
Is he doing anything illegal?
he's not stealing it. Like he's like, yo, like if you're gonna steal some shit, like this is what I'll pay you for.
Dude, nah, that's definitely illegal by but a bunch of shit.
Like, what would you charge him with? I don't know. Is that racketeering?
I don't know.
There goes my whole business model.
I know, right?
Crackhead racketeering right there. Like,
But no, seriously. And then he offered me $50 for the ring. And I left.
Yeah.
that was it.
Yeah, $50. I'm like, you're nuts, dude. What's
So you
wrong
just
with
gave that chick $7 a box for
Right,
Zantac.
for
You fucking
Zantac.
$50 for this ring.
I mean, they were definitely shady characters in there. But technically, the police department's supposed to check logs every day or weekly at the pawn shops.
Wow, really?
Yeah, they're supposed to, because of stolen equipment, stolen shit that's being brought in. They're supposed to, any electronic that's turned into a pawn shop,
Yeah, they're selling
they're,
it,
they're supposed to record it with the numbers and all that shit. And then when the cop gets the log, they enter it into some database. And then if it pops up as hot, then that's it. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's the pawn shops, you know, as far as shoplifting goes, for sure. Car break-ins, like shit like that. Them small, like, petty crimes. Just don't leave shit in your car. You know what I mean?
That's insane. Like,
But
how
that's the little shit, though. That's a quality of life issue.
Yeah, and they'll smash your window for your change drawer, too. You know what I mean?
100%. Just leave your fucking door unlocked for all that.
yeah, like just
Try driving your car without a catalytic converter, too. It's like...
I got mine.
what happens?
I got mine taken out.
I heard it just roars the whole time.
In my truck. Oh yeah.
And you have to keep the windows down, right? Because there's like something come back
Well,
inside the car that could kill you.
So I purposely in my 96. So you need that for emissions inspection, so your shit passes. So when I have a 96 Ford F-150, I got them taken out and I just straight piped it.
Oh, okay.
It makes it louder.
Yeah.
Whatever, but then I don't have to go. They can try. I don't have any there.
They can't steal it. Yeah, they have to move on.
Were you a victim?
No.
I know, dude.
my buddy. We used to call his car a Hellcat. It was like a 2006 like Kia Sorento, or so like one of them like little ones. But it would sound like a Hellcat was coming down the street.
Do you know
and
why
it
they
would
take
set
them,
off
right?
other car alarms?
Because of the actual materials inside of it,
It's
right?
platinum.
There's like platinum in there, right?
Platinum.
Like a couple ounces. I get like something so small.
You could definitely get at least like a couple. Like I'd say like maybe 100 for every.
It blows my skull, the fact that there are junkyards out there taking catalytic converters.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's money though. You get money like that's
Yo,
how
I
they
think
survive.
Sarcasm Podcast needs to do an undercover sting.
Yeah?
We could and the only reason why I say this is because I want to dress Jimmy McCory up
Oh my God. Like what?
and have him go to the junkyards. And let's find out who's doing it. Yeah.
So we got to get a bunch of catalytic converters
Yeah.
in like a cart.
Yep. And we got to dress Jimmy up.
Dude, go in there like Bruce Almighty and ask the junkyard guy
We'll have
questions.
like a karaoke microphone tucked in that you can kind of see.
I have lav mics. The ones that you can tuck in your shirt. I got the whole
that
thing.
I would do
Just
that.
send it to the news.
I'd go Sting.
Jimmy's down too.
Oh, I know. He's 100%.
Jimmy's our Kensington ambassador for the cleanups.
What's the biggest turnout you ever had for a cleanup?
The Matt Yeck of the Gall and Company, the Malt House.
Oh, yeah.
dude.
He helped do one with me on.
With the shirts and stuff like that. Did you have shirts and all
yeah,
made?
it was the first time we actually did shirts. And we do them, I don't want to say at everyone now, but basically everyone now. We do T-shirts now, which is cool. Because I like going into different neighborhoods, and it's like a team jersey.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think we got like 30-some people. The Block Church came out. And you know what I loved about, like, whenever I do
Block Church. I
Port
know.
Richmond people, they'll just show up, and they'll be like, saw it on Facebook, and they just like start. You know what I mean? There's a group of people here. I've been wanting to clean this crap up for a while. So yeah, I'm here. I'm happy to help.
Right. They don't sign. I guess everybody comes like voluntarily.
Yeah.
They don't gotta sign waivers or nothing. Like that.
We're not at that point yet.
Well,
I wonder how awesome we'd have to become to get to that point where you have to sign a waiver.
Well, I'm just saying, because we are in Philly.
the
Like, imagine
needles and
somebody
stuff
gets
on the
poked with a
ground?
fucking needle or something.
No, so the one we did in Harrogate, I got nervous because nobody slows down when they drive either. Like, people are still zooming by you. They don't care if you're cleaning the street or what you're doing.
Oh,
you know
100%.
what I mean?
Gotta go get the
Everyone's fair
211.
game in Philadelphia. Yeah. So that's the time where I actually like crossing the street, like somebody almost got hit, and that's when it was like there almost needs to be somebody whose job it is when you go certain places to be a crossing guard,
Right.
or just make sure everyone's all right. Yeah.
Damn. What's the dirtiest spot? Tioga? What's that? Yeah, Tioga.
So
let me rephrase that. Volume wise. Now, what do you? Another question. What do you link up with the trash department? Like the
Clip, they're awesome.
with Clip? Is that
Yeah,
what you're?
Clip,
And then
yeah.
they come out, they pick up all the bags.
Yeah, so we basically bag everything up, organize it. We know what you can put in there, what you can't put in there. So like tires and you know what I mean, like propane tanks and you know what I mean.
Right.
You can't put that in there, but yeah, and they come in, we throw it all in there, and that's it.
Do they?
awesome.
Who supplies all the stuff? You?
Yeah. So I basically like show up with all the brooms, shovels, bags, and neighborhood people donate them. Like the guy from Bonks, Pat.
Yeah.
He gave a bunch of brooms and dustpan or shovels. And
Oh, shit.
So I just accumulate stuff,
Right.
and then we have the sign that says telling people not to litter, respect our neighborhood.
Right.
So yeah, people just donate stuff. It's pretty cool. Like the Fazones always give bags and everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know Chris and Mike?
Yeah, they're awesome. Great
Yeah,
guys.
they're not. I grew up. I used to. Funny story. I used to bar back there when I was like 13.
Okay.
At Fazones, and they used to have a monkey, and I used to have to feed that shit.
Like an actual real
Real monkey.
living monkey.
Like the Ace Ventura monkey.
Wow,
Yeah,
really?
I was like, as soon as I went in, Marine.
So
my
this is
mom
like
had
2003?
12.
Oh, 2012.
Oh no, I'm lying to you. 2002, 2003.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better say 2012. Whoa.
Yeah, I was balls
I
deep
was-
in the
yeah,
police
I-
department at that point. But yeah, it was like, and I would have to go up to the room, and it's like.
Oh, so it
one
wasn't
room.
at the. I was picturing it like at the bar.
Oh no, it was like the room upstairs. It had a room, like his room was like his huge cage, and I had to go up to it and like just hand it this bowl.
What was its name?
I forget. It's so long ago, but it would like literally like go through the bowl and like pick out what it wanted to eat and throw it and shit. It was nuts.
You think it's still up there?
I don't know. It was a long time ago, dude.
I'd say
I mean,
since 2003, one of those little ones. They're probably dead by now, right?
probably.
Was there just one, or was it more?
There's one monkey. Sister Nicole. Did you meet Nicole Fasone? She's the one sister. She would always like carry it around and stuff like that. But yeah, they're good people, man. I grew up right down the street, right on Edgemont in Toronto.
Yeah, there's a lot of really awesome people that are dug into this community that really care. And I think that's one of the real reasons why I actually like being here, because it's easy to meet people if you show you're here to like actually care about the community
right.
and make it a better place. Like
Well,
you
where-
instantly will make friends.
Where did you grow up at? Delco?
Yeah.
Like Ridley Park area?
So the town I'm from, it's called Briarcliff. It's like
Oh, that's right. That's
yeah.
right.
So it's like if C. Kane, Glen Olden, and like Collingdale had a baby. It's like right in between all of them. Yeah.
You know Aunt Mary Pat? Troy?
Yeah, Troy.
Yeah.
He's from Delaware, though. Yeah.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I think his mom went to Ridley.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, but he nails that in person. Dude, he is so...
Dude, it's
he sounds like
unbelievable.
my mom after she had like 4 white Zinfandels.
Wait.
Spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. I'm surprised he hasn't like come out. He's normally pretty good with that stuff. But I mean, I guess now he's so busy.
Yeah, he does. He's like at the casinos
Dude, he's
now and
everywhere.
everything.
Dude. It's
yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. So you just fought in the turkey brawl.
Yeah. You were there.
How was I
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
I know.
It was fun, man. I loved it. I was happy I got to do it. I really was. And hearing Aiden's mother tell the story,
dude.
that was, man, it was, I'm so happy I heard it to know, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But at the same, like, it
was tough a little bit, dude.
yeah, it's horrible. It's really like the
Dude.
worst story I've ever heard. Considering like knowing what that must feel like every guy goes to the gym because
right.
something happened to you and there's some type of insecurity or you want to be a better person or it helps you deal with something. And when I heard that story, I was like, initially just, I no words to describe the confusion and everything. You know what I mean? Like walking
Right.
to the gym, never caught the guy,
Dude, it was
shot him
fun.
in the back, had nothing to do with anything.
Nah.
Like kid was going to the gym.
It's fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
Terrible.
To say the least. It's
Absolute travesty.
And I hope
I
the
couldn't
turkey
imagine
ball
that.
grows. I hope you continue to turn that into something.
Well, yeah,
because
Danny-
it can be something very special.
Yeah, Danny and Franny, man, they do a great job. You know, I brought up the idea of like maybe trying to have it at like the Armory or something.
Dude, you
sell
got to.
tickets. Well, here's the thing though. Franny goes, no, he came here.
I know,
This is where
because he
it
was going to
stays."
the gym too.
And I was just like, all right, you got that.
But it was upsetting because for my entrance, I wanted to ride a horse in. And I wanted a marching band.
Clydesdale. And shit.
I at least wanted a smoke machine. Nobody could get me a smoke machine.
Dude. Oh, dude. Who were we talking to? I was Zoo. When he said he walked in and you were there with like that stare, you had your shit on, your hands were wrapped. And he was just like,
I started hitting pads and I'm like, dude, chill out. I'm like in my head. It's like,
yeah. And he was like, yo, Sam, you good, dude? You good? He's like, yeah. Dude, it was so funny, dude.
you know what? It's a weird feeling because you still don't know what's about to happen. Like, you know what I mean?
Right,
like,
right.
And the dude could fight. Anthony Flores ain't a punk, man. The guy, he
I
can fight.
heard of Anthony Flores. I've never seen him fight before. And then, once, you stepped up and then I was like, holy shit. Like, this is
Dude,
good
I
for
want to
you.
do it every year. Like, I want to be a part of that somehow. Like, if I can
100%.
fight, I want to fight. Yeah.
Absolutely. Did you ever get the itch to go back in there?
No, God, no.
No?
Dude, because I would wrestle with Joey Pfeiffer and stuff. And you, like, how strong that kid is. I'm like,
Oh, wait,
nah.
he's got a fight coming up, don't he?
Yeah, December 17th, yep.
Damn.
But dude, after like, and you're like, you do the math in your head. You're like, dude, he's not even he's 24, 25. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
You're like,
Do you remember him being a youngster at
oh yeah,
Fight Factory?
Absolutely, man.
Damn, dude. Those are the days.
They were fun times. They were. It was really cool.
What's up with Joey? Are you training him still?
No. So after Joey did the Contender series, like he knew and I knew like this was, like, I tried to help you as much as I could, and you're at the point now where you need somebody whose job is to train fighters.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm never going to be a fight trainer as
You
much
can
as
be.
I enjoy it. Yeah, and I can, and I enjoy it as, like, a way to give back. But I'm never going to be, like, a guy who's 24 hours a day focused in on fighters and training fighters.
Right,
you know
right.
what I mean? Like, you got to
takes
make
a-
money, got a family.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
takes a lot of shit too, man. It takes a lot of study work, I feel like.
Yeah, and you have to eat, sleep, and breathe it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like, all day long. So, yeah, he's in good hands, man. He's going to be all right. He's going to be fine.
Well, you're teaching, ain't you?
Yeah, and then, like, I got like 10 more minutes.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Where
Wait,
are you teaching at?
Balance in Northeast Philly, 7530 Frankfurt Avenue.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fun, man. I teach a Muay Thai class on Fridays, and it's usually two groups, right? It's like older Philly guys who are just awesome people, you know what I mean? Like, they need to work out and they want to have fun. And then it's like group of like 12 to like 16-year-old kids that I absolutely like torture, and I make them all spar me. And like, when I say torture, like, I mess with them, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I make them all spar me.
and then, yeah, oh, dude, and this one kid, you got to see this kid, Pedro. He's 13. He's built like a man already. Brazilian kid. And I'm sparring him, and I talk shit to him.
Oh shit.
And he missed a 3-punch combination on me. Where, like, you know when you feel the wind go by your, like,
Yeah.
like that? And I was like, oh, man, if he landed with one of those things, dude, I wouldn't have sparred Pedro anymore.
Dude, that's.
Sick, Pedro, you're good.
I miss it, dude. I don't know. It sucks. I
You were
imagine,
good, and you had fun, right? You
Yeah,
you did fights. You weren't afraid to fight.
I think my career ended a little prematurely, but I'm only 31.
Think you could have had a run?
If I lose 100 pounds, I can make a run.
You're going back at it?
If I can lose 100 pounds.
With your back right now, like, what are you allowed to do? What are you not allowed to do?
I honestly don't even know. Yeah, it's more so what I feel. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I got 5 minutes doing dishes, and I gotta sit down.
Yeah.
Just because, like, that standing, dude, is just... It sucks. I'm literally 31 years old. I can't even kick the soccer ball around with my kids.
Really?
You know what I mean? Like, it's just...
Lower back?
Yeah. The last 2 discs. It sucks. But if I had to bite a mouthpiece and throw some punches, I mean, I think I'd survive.
You got a minute of fury at least. You know what I mean? You're gonna give somebody hell.
Let's
60
go 30
seconds.
seconds.
30?
30 seconds.
30?
But I think like the math is like 20 seconds before it gets broken up anyway. So you're good.
Yeah. Right.
That's why you have to be the guy who lands the first punch if you really want to win.
So we got to Art of War tomorrow. Will you be there?
I will be there. Yeah.
Because we will be there
At Rivers Casino.
Rivers Casino. Do you know anybody fighting?
John Garbarino's fighting. Cody Russell is fighting.
Oh yeah, that's right. Cody's fighting. Pat Brady
Pat Brady's doing his pro debut.
It's our guy right there, Pat Brady.
Yeah, I've known that kid. When I say I known him, I've known about him because he's from Collingdale.
Oh yeah.
So I would hear stories about Pat Brady, and I'd be like, this kid's either a water buffalo or like the craziest person.
Yeah.
I heard a story. He like got jumped his senior prom, and they were using pool sticks, and they were like, he was still raging and charging. Like the story they tell is like if you go spear hunting, like with a rhinoceros or a hippopotamus, like the amount of people he broke through, and they had like weapons.
He like if like his hands are like, if you shake his hand, it's like
shaking a hand
grabbing a bundle of bananas.
Yeah, he's like a big dumb animal. Like
huge,
when you see him,
dude.
yeah.
It's unbelievable. So I'm super excited for that tomorrow. It's gonna be
an awesome fight.
That's gonna be goofy for sure. Well, listen, dude, you got to get training. Sammy O for mayor. That's what I got to say.
Sammy O
Start
for
the
mayor?
hashtag.
Dude, we got to start the hashtag Sammy O for mayor. I put that a couple times in your thing. Sammy
You
O
did,
for mayor.
you did. I appreciate that.
I
man.
always do, man.
Yeah.
They gotta. I feel like you're most qualified for the job.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm trying.
I'm not even fucking around. I'm being serious, dude. Like, you know, just from you not even being from this area, the way that you've adopted the area and are trying to clean it up like that. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know what I mean? It's like, and you're doing it on your own token.
I understand, and
That doesn't happen.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what? I think it's time too that the people that are elected and in charge get more involved too.
They should, absolutely.
Yeah, I think
not just once every 2 years when elections are coming up.
You know
what I mean? Exactly.
They're not selling drugs on their streets. You know what I mean? They're not dumping trash on their streets. They're not.
Exactly. That's, dude, you understand. Chris Kearns was here, dude. He'd be like, come on, dude, let's start a pact. Start a pact. I love you, Chris. I know you're here. Zoo's in the chat.
What's up, Zill?
What's up, pal? Go over, what's the address you're going to be at in 10 minutes?
7530 Frankfurt Avenue.
7530 Frankfurt Avenue. Zoo, you said he wants some. Now, we love you guys. Episode number 27 of Sarcasm Podcast. Sammy Oropeza. Sammy O. Hashtag Sammy for mayor. Let's go. December 11th. Cleanup happening at Wee Chief in Richmond Street.
Yep.
What time is that? Like 9:30 in the morning?
9:30, yep.
9:30 in the morning. If you want to come help out, you know, clean these streets up, need as many people as you can.
Damn right.
Let's
no
go.
shortage of work.
Hell yeah. My man. Thank you for coming on, sir.
Thanks, dude.